What's up, guys? This is TheKephas.
Welcome to Class Course, where we take a brief look at a specific class in World of Warcraft and break down the essentials of their core rotation. This isn't a comprehensive guide, it's designed to get you up and running. So, to keep things short and simple, we're just going to focus on the rotation for now. But if you're curious about the talent build I'm using for this guide, the link is in the description. Today we're going to talk about how to play a Guardian Druid in the War Within patch 11.1. As a Guardian Druid, you'll be taking on the role of a tank, and there's a lot more to tanking than simply executing a rotation. However, this is a guide designed for just that. So we're going to keep things simple, and I want to help you get started by understanding your core rotation. Your highest priority is always going to be to apply and maintain Moonfire on your target. This is a ranged ability, so it's a great way to engage any encounter. Beyond that, you simply want to use it just enough to keep the ability active on your target and dealing damage. Now, occasionally you will activate Galactic Guardian, which will cause you to automatically cast Moonfire on the target. When this happens, you can follow it up with another Moonfire, which will deal triple its instant damage. Doing so will also generate Rage, which is the resource that Guardian Druids are built around. You want to try and generate as much Rage as possible, and to help you do this, you should try and use Mangle and Thrash whenever they're available. Use these abilities as much as possible unless doing so would cause you to overcap on Rage. Now, if these abilities are on cooldown and you have absolutely nothing else to do, you can always use Swipe as filler. Swipe won't generate any Rage for you, but it's there if you need it. You don't want to waste your Rage by overcapping it, and so you have a few options on how you spend it. You can use it to heal yourself with Frenzied Regeneration, which will provide a little bit of healing over a short duration, but Frenzied Regeneration does have a cooldown. But if you find yourself low on health or you've just taken a really big hit, it's a great option. Most of the time though, you'll find yourself choosing between one of two abilities, Maul or Ironfur. Both of these abilities cost the same amount of Rage to be used. Maul is for offense, it deals damage, and Ironfur is for defense, it generates armor. More often than not, if you're tanking, you may find it best to spend your Rage on Ironfur, as this will provide a temporary increase to your armor and so decrease the amount of physical damage that you take. You can have multiple stacks of Ironfur at a time, and each will retain its own duration. The amount of stacks that you want to have at a time depends on the situation. To keep it simple, a general rule of thumb is to have as many stacks as you need to survive comfortably. Now, even if you are hypothetically in a situation where you have to spend all of your Rage on Ironfur, that doesn't necessarily take Maul out of the equation entirely. This is because occasionally you will activate Tooth and Claw, making your next Maul deal more damage and cost no Rage. So make sure that you use Maul whenever this is activated. If you follow the Druid of the Claw hero path, then Maul has a chance to be transformed into Ravage. Ravage does a lot more damage than Maul, and it can also hit multiple enemies, so whenever it's activated, using it becomes a very high priority. Now, we're not going to go over all of your defensive cooldowns, but we will touch on some that have offensive benefits as well, and so should be used as much as possible. Your main cooldown is Incarnation Guardian of Ursoc. This ability provides a lot of temporary offensive and defensive benefits. It has a 3-minute cooldown, but spending Rage will reduce this cooldown, so you'll actually be using it a lot more than you might think, so feel free to use it often. You can also use Heart of the Wild on cooldown if you want to. This ability provides a lot of different benefits for Druids. The big thing that it's going to provide for you as a Guardian Druid is it will increase the damage of Moonfire. Now, this ability has a long 5-minute cooldown, so it's generally great to use this at the beginning of an encounter and use it again if the encounter is taking a long time. I should also mention Bark Skin. This is purely defensive, but it has a really short cooldown. Generally speaking, it's better to use abilities often than to never use them at all, so feel free to use this one liberally. Now, if you follow the Elune's chosen hero path, then Lunar Beam becomes a mandatory talent choice and is added to our rotation. This is a damaging ability that you can use whenever it's available. It mostly serves as another ability that has offensive and defensive benefits. Druids of the Claw tend to prefer Rage of the Sleeper over Lunar Beam. Again, this is another ability that provides offensive and defensive benefits and should be used whenever it's available. Either way, the benefits that both of these abilities provide should allow you to spend more of your rage on Maul while they're activated, since your damage will be increased and the defensive buffs should keep you safe. And that should hopefully be enough to help get you started with playing a Guardian Druid. There are a number of nuances and advanced techniques that you can learn, but I think it's best to stop things here. We've covered so much ground already, and I want to try to keep things as simple and beginner friendly as possible. I really do hope this video was helpful for you, and if it was, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button, and feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. And if you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook, and if you'd like, you can support my work on Patreon. Links to all that stuff can be found in the description below. This is TheKephas. Until next time.